Welcome to North Dakota State University's Nursing Class of May 2021 pinning ceremony. Photography is welcome at this event. However, if you would like to record parts of this event, we ask that you please keep in mind those located behind you and to not block their views. Life Touch Photography will also be taking photos throughout the event. In the back of your program is a website address for you to view and purchase those photos. At the conclusion of this ceremony, we ask that you meet your graduate at an alternative location to prevent large crowds in the lobby area and to allow staff to reset the stage for the next ceremony. At this time, I ask that you silence all electronic devices as this ceremony is about to begin. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I'm Charles Peterson, Dean of the College of Health Professions, and I want to welcome you all to this special pinning ceremony where we have the opportunity of honoring our 2021 spring commencement graduates of our NDSU School of Nursing. First, I'd like to extend my congratulations to our nursing students. We're very proud of you and your accomplishments, and we look forward to honoring you here today. I'm sure you thought this day would never come, but it's finally arrived. So you now can sit back, relax, and enjoy the fruits of all your hard work. So congratulations. I'd also like to congratulate the parents and family members of these graduates for standing by their side throughout this academic journey and providing much needed moral and financial support. Obviously, these graduates have worked very hard to get to this point, but as you know, with any quality educational program, there needs to be highly motivated, enthusiastic, and committed faculty supporting and challenging students to learn. And I am very happy to say that our School of Nursing is very fortunate to have a group of faculty who have committed an enormous amount of time, effort, and energy in molding these graduates' knowledge, skills, and values. I would like to extend my congratulations also to the faculty of our nursing program for their contributions in providing these graduates with an outstanding education and now an opportunity for a future career in nursing. Congratulations, faculty. I would also like to acknowledge and thank Dr. Carla Gross, Associate Dean of our School of Nursing, for her strong leadership she has provided to our nursing program over this past year. So as Dean of the college, I have just one final word and challenge to you as graduates of our nursing program. And that is, remember that this is not the end, but rather a new beginning. You have successfully completed only one small capsule of your education in the lifelong learning process of becoming a nurse. Just remember that your career success is not determined by the degree itself, but rather what you decide to do with your degree in education, in serving others. Keep an open mind and never stop learning. Have confidence in yourself and your abilities. Always keep a positive, I can do attitude. Give your very best in all that you do. And set high your future career goals. So dream big and shoot for the stars. And don't ever forget where you came from. Be proud of being from North Dakota. Hold your head high when you're referred to as a graduate from North Dakota State University. For now, you share in the rich heritage of all the former graduates who have gone before you and establishing NDSU's legacy for representing excellence. You now are responsible for carrying that torch of excellence to the next generation. So keep the flame burning. And always remember, once a bison, always a bison. We hope that the memories you have built here over the years as an NDSU student will be only the beginning of a lifetime of enjoyable memories as an NDSU alumnus. So keep in touch. Congratulations and best wishes for your nursing careers, whatever they may be. It's my privilege now to call to the podium Dr. Kathleen Swanson, who will serve as our Master of Ceremonies for our program today.
Good afternoon. Can you hear me? On behalf of the faculty and staff of the NDSU School of Nursing, I'm just so pleased to welcome you all here to this special day. I know it goes without saying, but I am going to say these students have persevered and succeeded during a very difficult time in our nation and in our world. It's been 429 days since the World Health Organization declared a pandemic. Here we are, all still in our masks. And I think it's safe to say that none of us are untouched by this cataclysmic time. So it truly touches me and amazes me that all these students have remained dedicated to completing their studies. It's just such a feat, I can't even really put it into words. And many of them have also at the same time been called upon to provide patient care, even to some of the sickest COVID patients. So at this time, I would like the School of Nursing faculty to stand and be recognized, please. A special thank you to the School of Nursing staff, Jane, Lori, and Don. Can you give us a wave? Thank you so much for all your work today. They're the ones that keep things running smoothly at the School of Nursing. I would also like to thank the College of Health Professions ambassadors for their assistance here today, and to recognize Christy Weston, the Special Events Coordinator. And then I want to recognize Dr. Dan Friesner. Over there. Dr. Friesner is the Senior Associate Dean in the College of Health Professions. And alongside him is Dr. Michael Kelsch, Interim Associate Dean for Academic Affairs. So just a few comments. I suspect that in the future, we'll define our lives in terms of the before time, when we were blissfully unaware of the approaching pandemic. And then there's post-pandemic, where we have the opportunity to evaluate our priorities with fresh eyes. What is most important to us? In working with our RN to BSN students, I have been just thrilled to see their desire to live by their values and to prioritize relationships. Because in the end, what really matters most. Someone recently shared with me a quote from Florence Nightingale. She wrote, "Let us never consider ourselves finished nurses. We must be learning all our lives." And I really think her advice is fitting for all of us, everyone in this room. In our rapidly changing world, we must be prepared to constantly adjust to new circumstances. And we can do that by merely reacting or by deliberately learning, as Dr. Peterson said, and then making choices in accordance with our values, choices that benefit ourselves and others. So in closing, I want to remind our students, again, as Dr. Peterson said, always keep learning, take care of yourselves as you care for your patients, and do your best to keep life in balance. And now I'd like to introduce Heather Vath, who is representing the Pre-Licensure BSN Class of 2021.
Gotta gather my supplies real quick. Welcome to all graduates, family, friends, and faculty, and a special shout out to those tuning in from Zoom University here. I'd also like to take a moment of silence for those that are no longer with us, but that we hold dear to our heart and close with us. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Heather Vath, and I'm a graduate of the North Dakota State University's Bachelor of Science in Nursing program. Wow, that feels really good to say. So when I was tasked with creating and sharing this speech with my fellow peers and the graduates from the RN to BSN programs, I thought to myself, how could I possibly sum up all the amazing feats that we have accomplished throughout these last few years? There is one detail that I do know for certain. Each of us have succeeded in finding new knowledge, new friends, and new versions of ourselves to carry with us as we start our professional careers as nurses. I would like to start out by expressing my gratitude for all the faculty and staff who have made today possible in more ways than words can sum up. Excuse me. They have worked tirelessly to provide us with the opportunities and positive words of encouragement that have kept us motivated to achieve our goals. We simply would not be where we are today without the combined efforts and unconditional support that they have put forth. I would also like to thank the family and friends sitting here today. They have pushed us to keep going during all the successes and doubts that we have experienced as we have worked so hard to get through this nursing program. We are blessed to have you in our corners, rooting for us from the beginning and reminding us to believe in ourselves even when we were forgetting to. You've played a big role in shaping us to become the people that our patients can trust and rely on. And although I know that no reminder is necessary, I would like to say that your supportive roles in our lives will still be needed in the months and years ahead as we continue to embark on this journey. We could not have done this alone, and we never had to, thanks to all of you. With so much uncertainty in our schooling, I'm grateful to have such outstanding peers and faculty to lean on. We were all truly tested when the COVID-19 pandemic struck a little over a year ago. Our time in the classroom where we shared tired smiles and discussions such as, hey, I got that answer too, but technically it's wrong and here's why, was stopped very abruptly. Now on top of learning safe patient care and nursing skills such as how to massage that darn fundus, we had a new learning curve, online school. Learning a hands-on profession like nursing online may seem disqualifying, but not for us. Given the effort and hard work that our faculty put into curating the curriculum to keep us on track, only gave us motivation to match their effort and show them our appreciation. After a long semester of online clinicals and Zoom meetings that started out with, hey, you cool cats and kittens, we have been able to be back in the classroom to enjoy one last year of now extra tired smiles and Maggie's pop quizzes. So all joking aside, I can say with confidence that we showed grace, showed kindness, and showed up for ourselves and others during that time. And I have no doubt that everyone who started on this journey 4 or more years ago in this room today has strengthened their capacity to care and bring empathy into every interaction they have. And that doesn't really sound like such a bad thing when you reflect on it. To quote the famous Potter and Perry in 2017, nursing is an art and a science, and because of this, nursing practice requires a blend of the most current knowledge and practice standards with an insightful and compassionate approach to patient care. As we have journeyed through this program, we have been preparing ourselves to uphold these standards. All of the many, many exams, long nights of studying, and nearly crippling anxiety from competencies have now finally paid off. I hope that all of you have given yourselves the credit that you deserve. I lost my spot. Really sorry about that. Where is it? Oh, there. This is no small accomplishment. It was never easy, but we did not pick this career for the ease of it. We picked it so we can make a positive impact on people's lives. If you are ever doubting your capabilities, I encourage you to recall your purpose, the one that you had when we first started this program. Our purpose has now been molded into our drive, the drive we need to use when we wake up to face the day, or the night for all the night shift friends we have out in the crowd. Keep a positive mindset, remember to use self-care, and certainly throw in a few power poses every once in a while for good measure. Remember, the NCLEX says that you can only choose one thing. So choose to believe in yourself. Take a deep breath, but not before you turn and cough. You've got this. Sorry, there's a little bit left. Now go out into this world and show everyone what it means to be a graduate from the NDSU nursing programs. In the theater world, they say break a leg for good luck. So break a leg, guys, or don't. But if you do, I'm okay if you end up at my hospital. I'm going to take really good care of you. I want to see no sullen faces today because we did it. Congratulations to the nursing class of May 2021.
Thank you, Heather. The RN to BSN class of 2021 selected 2 speakers, and I'm so pleased to introduce Nathan Stamnus and JP Mansour.
That's gonna be a tough act to follow.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Thanks a lot.
Anyways, good afternoon. My name is JP Mansour, and it's truly an honor to be standing up here representing the NDSU RN to BSN class of 2021. Today, we can relax, take a deep breath, appreciate the fact that we all did something great, and be proud of all of our accomplishments.
My name is Nathan Stamnus. It really is an honor to be here celebrating our achievements together. And the sigh of relief that I'm sure we all share is well deserved. We each made a choice to do something difficult to better ourselves, our lives, and the lives of others. Even though the outcome was uncertain, and now we stand before one another victorious in that endeavor.
So why are we all gathered here today? It's because we all decided to answer a call to service at some point in our lives. Whether you are a new nurse or you've been a nurse for years, somewhere along your journey, something or someone inspired you to care for others. Maybe it was a nurse that cared for you or one of your loved ones, or maybe you are following in the footsteps of someone in your family. Regardless, somewhere down the line, something clicked and drove you to a life of service. One thing that I've learned in my journey is that everyone has a story, each unique and exciting. I implore you to share your story with others. It may inspire someone else to walk down the same path that led us here today.
JP is right. We each have a story that gives context to our choice to become nurses, and those stories provide deeper meaning to who we are as well as how we got here. Your story has value and the potential to instill ambition and perseverance in others that they might not have otherwise had. Share yours. I typically keep a lot about myself to myself, but I'm not going to do that today. So this is my story. In 9th grade, I took a class to become a certified first responder, and that class got me extremely interested in healthcare. I can safely say that I would have stayed in that school's program and been well on my way to becoming a paramedic by the time I graduated, had I not moved. But I did move, and life continued to unfold in other directions. At 17, life circumstances led me to living in my car until I made the choice to drop out of high school so I could support myself. I learned to make sure I had a full tank of gas so I could sleep in my running car in the winter and work double shifts at a restaurant, cooking in the evening, then baking and cleaning overnight so that I could eat and get a few hours of sleep in one of the booths. I never told anyone how I was living. And after a year or two, I got my GED and I managed to get on my feet. I found myself in construction, working my way up to foreman. And that was very prosperous for close to a decade. But When the big banks started needing government bailouts, I watched construction work and my income dry up. It was a hard time to be a tradesman. I struggled to decide what to do with my life, and whether I had any worth or not. I had to reinvent myself and I had no idea how. I had maintained an admiration for EMS ever since the 9th grade. And it finally occurred to me that there was nothing keeping me from bettering myself except for myself. I decided to see just how much I could improve every aspect of myself and my life, enrolling in college and later the nursing program. I worked as a nurse aide in the medical ICU at a hospital in downtown St. Paul while I completed my nursing program, and then took an RN position on the same unit in 2014. Life didn't stop throwing curveballs though. 5.5 years ago, I had lost my brother to suicide. And the damage of that loss was devastating to myself and everyone in my family. I was very close to throwing everything I had worked for away to let that loss consume me. But luckily I had a strong partner in my corner to pull me up. I've kept a vial of my brother's ashes attached to the backpack I bring to work since I've lost him, so that he can see that even in dark and terrible times, there is light and hope. I moved to Fargo about 5 years ago, and I started a life and a family. And in retrospect, as a homeless high school dropout, I had a better chance of staying the doomed person I was than I did becoming the blessed person I am. I can't believe how far I've come.
And this is my story. My journey in healthcare started 20 years ago as a firefighter paramedic in Chicago. I spent nearly 10 years serving my community and caring for my fellow man. Then one day, while trying to help a person in need, I sustained an injury that took me out of commission for a long while. Unfortunately, after years of surgery and rehab, I was deemed unfit for duty. I was devastated. When I found out that I could no longer wear the uniform and serve my community, I felt lost. This caused me to spiral down the hole of depression. I felt like a man without an island. Many people told me I was lucky, just sit at home, collect a paycheck, and do nothing. But my desire to help people motivated me to get off the couch and turn the page. So I decided to enroll in a local community college and begin taking classes to become a registered nurse. Then I had a renewed sense of purpose. After graduating with my associate's degree, my family and I moved to Fargo. I began working in the ER and also a short stint in the pediatric ICU. In 2019, I sent an email to Dr. Sandhurst asking if I could meet her to talk about the RN to Bsn program. And I am so glad that I did. Throughout the past 2 years, both Doctors Sandhurst and Swanson and all the other instructors have given me the tools to learn and have motivated and inspired me to expand my knowledge in nursing. Because of everyone in this program, I have grown as a person and I have become a better nurse.
Now, for me, after graduating, I decided to take a year off of school. But when I said a year, I didn't know it was going to be a dog year. I came back. When I reached out to Holly for the first time, I didn't know she was going to be a part of a group of people that would profoundly impact my life in such positive ways. The instructors and the fellow students of my cohort, they opened my eyes to so many different perspectives, ideas, and ideals that made me a better person and nurse. And I'll cherish the time that we spent together and the memories we made. It has been a great privilege to know such exceptional people.
Well, I guess this is the part of the speech that we're supposed to offer some advice or wisdom. Us being nurses, we've been nurses for quite a while now.
A dog year.
Maybe a little bit more. Well, here it is. With the pandemic, nurses are being challenged every day to care for our neighbors bravely. We do this without hesitation. This selfless work is exhausting and has led to nurse burnout, nurses leaving healthcare, depression, and even suicide. I ask all of you to pay attention to your emotional well-being. Recognize the signs of burnout and take time to care for yourselves and take care of each other.
Self-care might seem nearly impossible, but it's an imperative. Caring for others is easier if you care for yourself as well. I'd like to offer my own advice, and that's that you are not now, nor will you ever be, defined by your circumstances. You got to where you are today, each of you, because you worked hard and pushed yourself. Don't ever stop doing that. Every day, every moment, every exchange, and every experience is an opportunity to improve upon who you are, and acting on those opportunities shape who you might become. Choose to be better today than you were yesterday, even if it's just a little bit. Realize when you're standing in your own way, realize when you're down, and realize when you need to rise above.
And lastly, in a world today more than ever, we need to care for each other. We must be ambassadors to humanity. We must inspire others. We all must be willing to lead when there are no leaders. We must continue to be stewards of kindness, acceptance, and self-worth. We must never stop learning, and we must be comfortable with vulnerability. Thank you all once again. Thank you to our instructors. Thank you. And congratulations to each and every one of you. Both Nathan and I look forward to the day that we cross paths again.
Good luck, guys.
Thank you so much, Nathan and JP, and for sharing your stories. And we've heard from new pre-licensure grad and people with more experience. And the thing we all have in common is that we do each have our story. And every person we encounter in our nursing career is a person with a life story. And the advice we just heard to be kind, I think we can't remember that enough. So at this time, I would like the pre-licensure graduates to please stand and follow Jane. And now it's my pleasure to introduce Dr. Colby Schaefer Frazee, who will be announcing the students as they receive their pin.
Such an exciting time. Oh. You don't have to realize. I do. Are you okay? Okay, that's good. I feel as if I should have prepared something for the time that we're waiting. Oh, to sing. Yes. We could. Yes. One of my coworkers in the skills lab would write songs at the end of every semester, and I don't think I would do her justice if I tried to reenact some of that. So I could try. I could. I got a head shake that I shouldn't, so I won't. All right, so the moment we've all been waiting for. It is my distinct honor to present our BSN Pre-Licensure graduates. We first have Caitlin Adderhold. Taylor Bach. Alex Benson. Hunter Berg. Molly Bone. Lauren Bremrich.
Elizabeth Bryan. Melissa Dumagala. Aaron Dwyer. Holly Elliott. Jack Garrett. Stephanie Hall. Samantha Hansen. Riley Hart. Deborah Haugen. Tiffany Hawkins. Anna Harris. Anthony Husnick. Elise Jensen. Elizabeth Johnson. Haley Johnson. Maya Johnson. Amber Yunker. Tyra Carl. Caitlin Kennedy. Morea Kennelly. Emily Kunkel. Whitney Langang. Aaron Lemansky. Abigail Lickness. Morgan Mock. Alexandra Magus. Hattie Mauk. Chelsea Metcalf. Rachel Meyer. Elise Melander. Hannah Nelson. Sarah Nelson. Riley Nemec. Leah Olson. It's all good. Madison Peichel. Gabrielle Profrock. Sarah Purfirst. Leah Rietveld. Taylor Rosine. Destiny Shower. Miranda Shettle. Jamie Schmidt. Megan Schmidt. Emily Spindler. Megan Stuber. Taylor Swartout. Brooke Top. Angelica Van Heel. Heather Vath. And last but not least, Brayden Wurmuger. Congratulations to each and every one of you. I know I can speak on behalf of the faculty that we are so incredibly proud of you. We know you're going to do great, so congratulations.
So now our Bsn students, if you will rise and follow Jane. I'll ask you to hold your applause till all the graduates have received their pins. Anna Adet. Chase Baldwin. Madison Foss. Jeannie Ginger. JC Heisler. Cody Johns. Ashley Lopez de Nava. JP Mansour. Catherine Pettibone. Emma Quant. Julie Ann Robertson. Sherry Roloff. Nikki Russell. Nathan Stamnus. Allie Stats. And Robin Thomas. And now it's time for a big round of applause. And at this time, I'd like to introduce Dr. Carla Gross, the Associate Dean of the School of Nursing, for closing remarks.
Grab a drink. Well, graduates, you did it. No one said it would be easy, and who could have predicted accomplishing what you have during a pandemic? To the pre-licensure BSN graduates, today at the pinning ceremony and tomorrow when you cross that stage during commencement, you will be crossing the bridge from being a student to becoming a member of our nursing profession. On behalf of the NDSU nursing faculty, we want to warmly welcome you into our profession. To the RN to BSN graduates, during your studies at NDSU, we hope that you've developed a foundation to transform your RN practice to a higher level. We are so excited to watch you advance in your expanded BSN role. Like all years, graduation falls during National Nurses Week, which is a time to recognize, appreciate, and invest in nurses. a time to celebrate the important contributions nurses make on a day-to-day basis, providing high-quality care. But this year has been different in so many ways, and I know that's an understatement. The World Health Organization designated 2020 as a year of the nurse, celebrating the 200th birthday of our founding mother, Florence Nightingale. The International Council of Nurses extended this designation to 2021. As we look back on the battle with the COVID-19 pandemic for about the last year and a half, we must reflect on the struggles, fears, joys, strengths, and perseverance experienced by nurses who have been on the front lines with the rest of the healthcare team. Throughout the many unknowns, nurses have stepped up to the plate to answer the call by demonstrating how to navigate uncharted waters. Nurses have been the guardians on the front line, keeping patients safe, providing compassionate care, and making sure that patients' wishes are honored. And we have witnessed this over and over again during the pandemic. The theme for National Nurses Year 2020 has been Nurses, a Voice to Lead. The sub-theme for 2021 is a vision for future healthcare. As the largest healthcare profession, we have and continue to leverage the public's trust in nurses to improve healthcare in our country and to influence practices and policies at the state and national level. And I know you, our new NDSU graduates, are up for this challenge because I've seen how the pre-licensure Bsn graduates have risen to the call to serve the NDSU campus and the community during this pandemic. You have joined right in to assist with massive COVID testing, to provide support to students in quarantine, volunteering to help with mass COVID vaccinations on the campus and in the community, and have provided education to various groups in the community and on campus on COVID-related topics and healthcare-related topics. And we've seen our RN to BSN graduates providing care on the front lines in the fight against this pandemic. I know I can speak for all the faculty and staff in saying we are so very proud of you. And as we watch you grow throughout this program, we have a sense of relief that goes with that pride, because we know our profession is in good hands. You are part of nursing profession at the most momentous time in our history. Never before have nurses been at the center of decision-making at the local, regional, and national level than we are right now. The nation has recognized the crucial role nurses play in transforming our healthcare system. Nurses at all levels have been identified as a profession best prepared to fill the gap in meeting the health needs in our country. And as the largest profession, we can also make the biggest impact on quality and safety in healthcare. Added to that, nurses have been ranked in the Gallup poll year after year as the most trusted and ethical profession in our country. Graduates, what does this mean for you? Never before have we needed leaders like we do now. You are the future leaders of our profession. And as the new generation of leaders, I invite you to be part of celebrating and creating nursing history. And I have every confidence that you are up to this challenge. You have the potential to make a difference in the lives of your patients and families, to improve the quality of healthcare in our country, and to advance nursing practice. The opportunities you will face are endless. All you have to do is embrace them and create your own future. You have the potential to do great things, and we are excited to watch you do it. So thank you. So at this time, I'd like you to join me in carrying on one of NDSU School of Nursing's tradition, reciting the Nightingale Pledge, the same pledge many of you recited at your white coat ceremony. Since the days that nursing has been considered a profession, and even before, those who chose to become nurses considered it a calling, a sacred obligation. Florence Nightingale has been considered the founding mother of nursing. The Nightingale Pledge was written to honor her and the sacred calling to nursing. So at this time, I'd like the graduates to stand to recite the Nightingale Pledge. And I'd also like to invite all the nurses in the audience to stand to recite the pledge, renewing your commitment to the nursing profession and celebrating the accomplishments of our new graduates. So please rise. The pledge is written in your programs. Please repeat after me. I solemnly pledge myself in the presence of this assembly to live my life with integrity and to practice my profession faithfully. With dedication, will I endeavor to uphold the ethical, scientific, and legal standards of my profession. And devote myself to the welfare of those committed to my care. Thank you. You may be seated. So in closing, this pinning ceremony leaves us with mixed emotions. It's uplifting to celebrate your impressive accomplishments and the exciting road ahead of you. But at the same time, we're sad to see your journey with us here at NDSU come to a turn in the road, but not to an end. As you graduate and enter the profession of nursing, our hope is that each of you will remember your time with us here at NDSU, your alma mater, with fond memories and a sense of pride. And we hope you stay closely connected to us because we look forward to hearing back from you about all the great things you're doing in your nursing career and in your lives. So congratulations to the awesome 2021 May graduates. All right, graduates, at this time you can stand and proceed out. Follow Jane. Thank you everyone for coming. This concludes our program.